up, everybody. Yes. Hey. Good. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Oh, you're good.
So we sent them down here to weigh. We just did a couple speakers and we sent them down here to weigh signs.
Cool. That'll work. I'm glad that you guys are doing something.
Yeah, I've heard there's nothing happening.
No, there's not, which I'm pretty shocked. Usually we have a really big event, but this year we don't have anything. So I was like, well, somebody sent it to me last night because I just got out of Facebook sale.
Yeah, Lindsay was telling me about that.
And so I'm not getting things. And so I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Hello, ladies.
Actually, it's not raining too bad. I think I might get my umbrella and set up here, and then
I think that's good. Yeah, that'll be good. Hello, ladies.
Hello, darling.
How are you
It's good to
today?
see you.
Yes, always.
Thank you for coming down.
Oh, no
We've got some
problem.
other people that came down from Louisville too.
Oh, did they?
But yeah.
Cool,
we had
cool.
a few people
Yeah,
come
we didn't
down.
have anything going on today. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah,
Kind of weird, but
it's gonna. You know how it goes. It's
Yeah.
gonna fire up.
oh,
It's just
100%.
it does this thing.
I love this right here.
Isn't that cool?
That is
I know.
awesome. Good morning, Drip.
It's
How
like-
are you?
it's Louisville and Lexington. That's what we got
Hey,
here.
that's all we got. That's the only thing that's holding us on by
Right.
very thin.
Luckily though, we're expanding
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So,
We are. Hey. How you doing, babe? Okay. I like the roads. That's what I'm saying. I like that.
I know they did that. When did they do that? I mean, it's been here a couple of years.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
I like it.
We always do our photo shoot out here. Like we had back when our fell, we would have people stand right on the crosswalk.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's no counter protesters here today.
No, I don't think they knew about it. They're usually here.
I was hoping that someone would show up today. I was like, yeah, I love counter protesters. We got to make them feel special too.
Well, one time we were here, the guy had his megaphone and it was broken.
Oh,
and then,
you would have. We have footage. We'll send it to you.
Oh my god.
No, it's hilarious.
I was like, darn it, why aren't they here today?
And they had a bunch of like pamphlets on it, and the guy was saying trash, and so he was like trying to pick them up, and you can hear his phone like
Oh yeah. They're always fun to play with.
thing. It was like squealing real loud. It was broke, and he was trying to pick up his pamphlet. I felt kind of bad for him. I was like, man, his thing's broken, and he got his pamphlets.
Oh well. It'll be alright. They got plenty of money.
Yeah, they made the guy get him out of the trash.
Photo time. Oh. I think yours is not 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Now. Abortion rights. Now. Abortion rights. Now. Woo! Yeah, yes. Yeah, look at their crosswalk. Cute. Just saying.
Answer that question.
Got it on all four corners. So we're down here in Lexington, Kentucky today. We're having it's the Roe versus Wade 50th anniversary. And all these good people came out. Rain, snow, or shine, we will show up. Unfortunately, so far, no counter protesters. Dang it. Summer always comes for the fun. Somebody go wake Lexington's counter protesters up and tell them I came to play. So we're out here today. These are some of the amazing people that I do the work with here in Kentucky. So we're just out here today to bring a little awareness. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Oh, look. Lexington's so cute. Louisville's like hot mess. Lexington has all kinds of cute little things. Yeah, we didn't get nice weather. My body, not your choice.
One topic that we never realized, like this is about freedom and person's rights to govern their own bodies. We didn't realize that 50 years down the road we'd still be, fighting this.
Right.
I have not. Okay, I'll go watch it then. I'm all about watching those shows. Like I watched that Mrs. America. That's about
I haven't seen that.
it's about the Republican who fought against ERA 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Schlafly.
I'll have to check it
It's
out.
a story of like it's her story, and it's like you watch it, and you just like you kind of get the feeling she knew what she was doing was not kosher, and she still went ahead and did it because that's what was back then. That's what women were just supposed to do. Right. Sit there, be quiet, and do what men tell you.
Right. That's still what they expect.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get that.
No. Not why women like us are walking around.
We're only getting more feral at this point.
Right.
Which is exactly what
Well,
we
they
need
fucked
to do.
up. You want to play with something? Play with women's rights.
Yeah, and they think
Figure
that
that
right
gets
now
you.
everything's quiet, and they think like
Oh yeah, wait till
it's only going to blow up.
Oh, I can't wait till the summertime. It's gonna be so fun.
It's a roller. When we first got into this, Lindsay and I this exploded on us. We knew right from the get-go. I remember somebody saying in like the first meeting that you're all revved up now, but better be in for a long haul.
Oh yeah.
And so that kind of prepped us because we're like, okay, we're gonna do
Oh
this.
yeah. It's the bigger picture type of thing. It's definitely a bigger picture.
And when we can't do it, you got to make sure people can keep coming
One
through.
cycle, one cycle of
Yep.
elections, and now all these states just like whoop, ban.
I
Can't do this, can't do this.
I am. How are you?
I'm good. I met you over in Frankfurt.
And it's
Okay. Oh, bless your heart. I'm a hot mess. I actually just got out of Facebook jail. They always put me in Facebook jail. I had to do a 60-day bid this time. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's me. It's me. I drove down today because we're not doing anything in Louisville, and so Lindsay or somebody hit me up last night, and maybe just getting out of Facebook jail. I'm not seeing all the events, so I can't stay out of Facebook jail. I went in like last time we were in Frankfurt, like right after that, I went in jail. Facebook jail.
Facebook jail.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm a frequent flyer. They don't like truth speakers, so definitely a truth speaker. What it is, honestly, what it is. Well, because I was a live streamer for 2020 protests, they hit me at every chance they get. So it's not even like the abortion or the human trafficking or the other important things I talk about. They're just like, oh, you're gonna go start some shit? Oh, okay. Oh, people listen to you? Oh, okay. We're gonna hit you every chance we can. So it happens. I was like, man, when I was a bad girl and getting in trouble, I didn't go to jail as much. I was like, what the hell? Oh, thank you very much. Hey, it's our state. We got to take care of it, And that's why when they sent me something today about this, and I was like, I don't care. I'm not, I talked to my husband. He's like, go for it. I was like, I'm going to go out. He's like, go ahead. I'm smoking. No, not yet. I'm going to speak in a little bit. Yeah, whenever. So, cool beans. Yeah. What topic should I? I mean, I know what topic.
Well, it's the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. Right, 50th anniversary. So basically, what they've been saying is we need to talk to our legislators, go to lobby days, Planned Parenthood.
in our group are going, I think, on the 14th. Yeah. So
We can't let his fucking name. Daniel Cameron.
yeah,
That was for you. Oh, thank you.
Definitely got to keep Daniel Cameron out of government office.
I agree. No one but Uncle Andy right now.
Well, I mean, and especially on this topic, you know, on a lot of topics.
A lot of
actually.
topics.
A lot
but
of
yeah.
topics. But yeah, we're gonna- How you doing? Hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Summer Dickerson. I do a lot of work for women's rights and just a lot of different things here in the state of Kentucky. I am a human trafficking survivor. And today I came down from Louisville because we weren't doing anything in Louisville, and this particular topic means a lot to me. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that it's the 50th anniversary, and we are having to stand and tell people to keep your hands off our uterus. So I just want to give everybody a round of applause. Clap for yourselves for being out here in the motherfucking rain. Hear us. I don't care if it's 5 of us, 10 of us, or 1,000 of us. We always got to make sure our voices are heard. You know, as a woman, and as many people I'm sure, and anyone with a uterus, make sure I put that in there. You know, for the fact that they think they can tell us what we can or cannot do with our bodies. And I think it's just a little condescending that they sit there and they don't want people to make them do shots and make them wear masks, but they think they can tell us what to do with our uterus. When we say hands off our body, that means our bodies as well, not just girls. It is our freedom to be able to do that. I have had an abortion. I know we steer away from personal stories at times, but sometimes you need to hear a personal story, right? And so my personal story I share with tons of people. I'm a human trafficking survivor, as I told you in the very beginning, and I had to go into an abortion clinic because I was pregnant by a trafficker. And you know what? I'll do it all over again and again and again. Because what would have happened is that groomer would have took my child from me, would have took me to a court, and because I would have been unfit in a court's eyes instead of a victim like I was, they would have took my baby from me, they would have gave him to my abuser, and then he would have groomed my baby and killed my baby. So in my eyes, when they say protect your children, when I walked that day in that clinic, I protected my baby. And nobody can tell me any difference. I stand with women and I sit with women in ERs from Louisville, Lexington, down in the hollers, you know what I mean? I go and see women all the time that have to make this difficult decision. And regardless if it's a difficult decision or it's, you know what, financially she just can't afford another fucking kid. No one should force us to do that with our bodies. We should be able to have the right to make the choice over our bodies. Because at the end of the day, I mean, even if it's a financial reason, no one's going to be there to help that woman. You know what I mean? So if that's the decision she decides to make for herself, we will stand 100% united. I have to stand with young little girls that have been raped and everything else, from incest to stranger. We're not going to sit here and force babies to have babies, especially when it's in a situation they shouldn't be. And so I want to commend every single person that came out here today. I know it's cold, but what are we going to tell Lexington? Hands off our what?
Bodies!
Hands off our what?
Bodies!
Hands off our what?
Bodies!
My body?
My choice!
My body?
My choice!
My body?
My choice!
So I just want to say thank you so much for coming out today. Oh, by the way, make sure you get into your legislators. Make sure you talk to these people because these are the people that are going to have to change the laws. We can come out here, we can scream, we can yell all day long. And if we don't do anything else, let's make sure that we keep Andy Beshear in office.
Yeah.
We have to keep Andy Beshear in office.
Yes, we
So
do.
no matter what you do, no matter what you think, I don't care if you was mad at him on Tuesday, but today we gonna keep him in office.
Yes.
Because a lot of different things that matter in Kentucky
really need him in office. And so make sure whatever you do, again, marching is a beautiful thing. I think it's a great thing. Lifting our voices to be heard is a beautiful thing. But if we're not in them halls in Frankfurt, if we're not talking to the people, if we're not getting out in our neighborhoods and making sure that they know that Uncle Andy is still the choice we need and want, then we're going to be in a really bad situation. So the voters have spoken, Kentucky. Okay? Republican and Democrat. Let me make sure we make that clear. They spoke. It's our right. So let's make sure that they give it to us. Or we're going to keep on and keep on and keep on hitting this concrete until they do.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, folks. I know it's a little shorter than we thought it would be. I know.
Oh no, you're good. I got it. I was like, I don't know what to say.
Out here and continue to baseline. That's all our speakers for today. If you all would like to go home,
Jason.
Some hot coffee, some hot cocoa, or some hot cider. I did that during 2020 protests. I never knew I liked cider until some lady brought it down. And I was like, this shit is bomb. I was like, what have I been on? Because people be like, here, some of you want some cider? I'm like, I don't want that shit. It's nasty. You know, I didn't know. That's great.
It's been certain time of the year.
Yeah, like right now is a good time to have it. What's up, everybody? So we're out here today in Lexington, Kentucky at a women's rally. It is the 50th anniversary for Roe versus Wade. And so Lexington put a small little thing together. The weather's really bad. It's really cold. It's really raining. But we still wanted to show up. I'm just going to show y'all something that I think is really cool. Look at their crosswalk. I'm just saying. I mean, look at that crosswalk. Ain't that crosswalk beautiful? Hey, Cindy Lou. Hey, Independent. Hey, Drip. Look at that crosswalk. That is so pretty. A little rainbow ain't hurt nobody in your life. It looks pretty. We had the news come out today. We had all these beautiful folks come out today. And that's what's important. It's important to show up. It's important to support each other during this. And it's important to make your voices be heard. It's definitely important to make sure we keep Andy Beshear in office. My favorite not person's Daniel Cameron thinks he's going to be the governor, but we got another thing coming. Y'all like my laugh? My little evil laugh. Hey, beautiful. You want to talk to me for a second?
Yes.
So, will you want to tell us what you guys are doing? Let me get both of y'all.
What we're doing right now with Kentucky.
Doing with just everything you got going on. Any events you got coming up, so people can know.
I don't really know. I know that there's a in-person event for Valentine's. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Valentine's to our legislators.
Okay.
So we'll post it up on Kentucky for Reproductive Freedom, but we're just a Facebook group that started after the Texas legislation came down. So you can find us on the Facebook. We got over 12,000. I think we're at 12,200 Kentuckians.
Yeah, we got some people in there.
Yeah. So we've got events that are coming up, and we'll keep everybody updated as things happen. And the main thing, well, there's a lot of main things. One of it is that we do want to keep people aware and educated of what's happening in legislature, and because it's going to happen fast in February. It's already happening fast, but it's really going to be important that we stay on top of that, all of us individually and as a group. So,
100%.
I mean, and if anybody, another thing is if anybody has any questions or needs advice, they need help with their abortion, whatever it is.
Yep.
If they have anything, we are kind of like a hub.
Yep.
So we are not a nonprofit. We are just two mamas that started a group and doing all we can.
Which I adore, by the way.
and so we have the complete freedom to say what we want and do what we want.
That's right.
For the most part. And so we have not become a nonprofit because of that. And so come to us, write us personally or any of the admin, and they will help guide you in anything.
And what's your Facebook page group again?
Kentucky for Reproductive Freedom.
Okay.
And it is private group. Private group with over 12,000 people.
That's
but
right.
you do have to be approved to be part of the group. So yeah, I mean, and we're not going to stop.
That's right. Ever. And it's a damn shame that we have to be out here on the 50th anniversary, but we will always show up.
Absolutely.
And I'm very proud of you all today for putting something together. It was my pleasure to drive down here.
Thank you. You got me. I worked for the Well of Lexington.
Okay. Yes,
So
I know that very well.
Yeah. And so when you were speaking, you know, I handle all their social media graphics and all that kind of stuff.
It's awesome.
So it all links together.
It does, and that's what people have to understand. You know what I mean? And I know, like, sometimes at these rallies we try to stay away from personal stories, but at this point in time, I feel like
I'm a personal storyteller.
I'm a personal. So I'm like, you know, because we need to make it real, like, you know, and it doesn't have to be a trauma type of situation like you've been in mind. That's why I said even if somebody just can't afford kids anymore,
The
you know what I
stories
mean?
are important
They are.
because a person, all of us, we'll see statistics and numbers and all that stuff, and we just kind of go and get foggy.
Yep.
But when you hear a person looking you right in your eye and telling you a story about their life and their experience, you're gonna go, had no idea.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that
Well,
was
it makes
me.
you, and it makes
I
you,
mean,
it makes it real, right? Because like you said, it's not just a statistic.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's important, and especially where we're at right now. And like I'm real big on, like, you know, telling survivors, you know, like, you don't have to tell your victim trauma, but at the same time, it's not victim trauma when you're using it to empower and put a face to everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's. But yeah, I love the Well. We used to actually partner every now and then in the summertime before all the protesting and stuff happened. And I'd come down.
I was like, she has to know who.
Oh yeah, we would bring we would bring the women in our program down here, and we'd all have like a cookout or something like that, you know. So yeah, we've done different things with them.
I'm loving working with them.
Oh yeah, it's. Let me tell you something. It's hard work, but it's the most rewarding work you ever see.
And you see
it
in person,
100
see the effect and the change, you know. So
because on those hard days, you're like, wait a minute, and then you have a good day, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Right.
It's worth
It's an up and down. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for coming down.
Always.
Really
Any way I
appreciate
can support you.
it. And listen, seriously, like if we can't come, there's other people in our
100%.
group that always can try to make it up there to Louisville.
And that's what it's all. And that's what it's all about. Us supporting each other.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, like when we have events in Frankfurt or here or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only an hour, dude.
Yeah.
What am I going to be doing? Sitting home
We're
on my
all-
ass, not
we're all
doing a damn
climbing.
thing, playing on social media for an hour?
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
come out here and do something productive with my life.
And we're all climbing the same mountain.
Exactly.
You know? And we might have
100%.
different paths of how we're going to get there, but we all have the same goals. as
100%.
far as
And that's what I tell
equality
people.
and freedom.
I'm like, dude, and that's it. That's the whole thing right there. You know, and like I've been, you know, on my little journey on like the internet or whatever. And that's what I tell people all the time. I see all these people are fighting for freedom, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you may not like my decision. I don't have to like your decision.
Right.
But it is both of our freedoms to be able to do so.
Right.
So we can't, I'm not going to tell you, I don't believe in force shit. I mean, I'm vaccinated and stuff, but I don't believe anything.
No,
You know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with
At
you
all.
100%.
So that also means
Yes.
not my fucking uterus.
Right.
I guess we're forgetting that part. You know, and it's like,
because it's political at this point,
Well-
and it's the one topic situation that's splitting.
that's what I was telling everybody. I'm like, human trafficking, anti-human trafficking, abortion, anything women's rights, anything, they're hot topics right now.
Yeah.
They're being used as political toys. And that's something that drives me nuts.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I know. But hey, you know what? We're working. I mean,
I'm a lion. Let's play.
exactly.
I was hoping some counter protesters would show up
I
today.
know, right?
I was like, damn it.
No, I'll send you that video I was telling you about. But they do come. They have shown up. And
Well-
are really big ones that have had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. But all they do is they'll set up a little tent like they did the last time, and they just get on their little.
You know, my
PA
thing
and
is
start-
with it, it's like they come out with the crazy posters and all that stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, listen, I don't knock anybody to be
to come out there.
I don't.
And protest.
But to me, that's just not the way to do it.
Yeah.
You're trying to shame people. If you want to talk to somebody and say, hey, there's tons of options
Every
out there.
time I've
and
tried to
da-da-da.
talk to them, they
Cool.
just start. They keep.
Oh, I already
yeah.
know. Trust me. Trust me.
They won't
They
actually have a
love-
conversation.
They won't. And then they try the religious aspect of it. And then, well, I'm a street minister, so I got you right there too. You know what I mean? That's
right.
bullshit what you're saying because God gives everybody free will.
Yep. My dad was a minister.
So, you know what I mean? I'm not your typical.
Right. Right.
I'm
Exactly.
definitely on the streets. But you know what I mean? It's just, and again, we can't talk about fighting for freedom if we're not talking about fighting for freedom for everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm about equality. Like I wrote on my post last night, humanity and equality. That's what I stand on for every single
Yes.
person.
And this is a quote by somebody, Arnold Farr, but it also is a quote that's just
kind of adapted and changed and morphed, but I love it. And that is freedom denied anywhere is freedom denied everywhere. And that's a
100%.
Martin Luther
Yep.
King, adapted from his speech. And Arnold, kind of adapted those words with that. But that is a powerful.
Well, because it's true. It's 100% true. And that's like, because I'll get into it. People and they'll be like, well, I bet you believe in force. No, I don't believe in force anything. I believe you shouldn't tell a parent what they can do with their child. You shouldn't tell somebody what they got to put in their body. Like, you shouldn't tell me I have to have a kid if I don't want one. Like,
It's I keep thinking it's not my monkey, it's not my circus.
Hey, my pussy, my problem.
Like, you do you. And but it's when it is being forced and when it is causing harm to people in those ways. I know. So tired. Wherever you're blood. Are you ready to go? Yeah. Okay.
Go get you some rest, girl. You too.
Love your hair.
Thank you. Thank you. Most definitely. Well, now they'll start warming up soon, so I'll be back on I took some time off. Recovered a little bit from all the bullshit that I went through last year, so now I'm just kind of yay! I'm getting my swag back. I'm getting it back. All right, ladies. Love you. All right. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great day. Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you.
Oh, 100%. Thank you for being here. Yes. Thank you for being here. That's what we gotta do. We gotta really like your hair too. Thank you. Actually, I gotta buzz this part, but it's been so cold. I'm just like, man, fuck that.
Underneath of mine used to be the same color, the bottom
Oh,
color.
this part, yeah.
I'm trying to get it back to that, but the last time it's too red.
Oh, yeah. That's cute though. I like that.
I like
it's a little
it too.
mixture,
It's
but
not what I wanted.
yeah.
Going back in to get it glued.
I know. My hairdresser, she
color again. I'm gonna go ice blue. Just I want to be like ice blue.
I want to do like some gray and with some colors and stuff and mixed in between.
Okay.
I think that'd be. I don't know. I do every color. Like every month I change.
It would require me wanting to put a bunch of chemicals on my hair again.
Well,
I stopped doing that. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped doing everything. Makeup, shaving, chemicals, the whole kit and caboodle. I think I just started. Like I'll wear makeup 2 or 3 days a week, like when I'm in public or going out and letting it play.
hey, there you go.
I'll even shave then too and hope that a fairy doesn't die when I don't find success at the end of the night. Right? And they say if you shave your legs and don't get laid, a fairy dies.
Like I tried, man. I tried.
A lot of fairies.
What news station is she on?
I don't know. I got here after it started. And I forgot mine.
Spectrum was here.
Oh, okay.
Spectrum News.
Yeah, well, talk about what, AC? All right, ladies.
Is that your umbrella?
No, that was not mine. Somebody left the umbrella. Oh, okay. Talk about what, AC? All right, everybody have a great day. Most definitely. I know, right? What are you talking about, AC? If you're talking about like your personal experience, yeah, during these events, only thing people really want to hear about is like that we have the right to do what we want with our bodies. You know what I mean? We understand and sympathize. Yeah, now I'm not gonna do that because that's not what this is about, and I'm not pro. Yeah, I can't do that because here we want people to understand. We understand why people are pro-life. We understand, and even in your personal experiences, you know what I mean. But like, we want people to understand that we also want to be able to have that choice. And so they're not gonna listen to anything. When I do like YouTube stuff, people listen or whatever. But even then, I mean, we can sympathize like I do with you. I sympathize with what you went through, but it's definitely, I'm still definitely pro-choice. Because just like the people that are pro-life decide to be pro-life, well, I should be able to have that same decision. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. But when we can have sit down conversations, then sometimes those are better to be able to hear each other out. You know what I mean? But yeah, at a rally, they're not gonna listen. Nor would I expect them to. Where the fuck? I came out. I'm like, what the hell? That was quick and easy. I like the way they put all like little animals and stuff on there. I'm just leaving a rally. They had a rally down here. It's raining. It's really nasty. The weather's real nasty, so we were just quick. Came out, made a little bit of noise. I'm down in Lexington. Down in Lexington on my way back. Whew. I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad to be back in my car. One 100%. Thank you, AC. All right, let's see if I can get out of here. That is issue. Yeah, we have a bunch of different things planned coming up. Because legislation and everything will be going in February. And a lot of fun shit. I was so sad that no counter protesters showed up, man. I like counter protesters. They're fun to play with. out how to paint a damn meter. Oh, yeah. I have a bunch of crosses. I wonder what this is. I feel like I've seen it before. All right, we're on the road again. This is the Catholic part of the city. We're on the Catholic building. I'm gonna make spaghetti tonight. Big old pot of spaghetti with some Italian sausage. Hopefully my soundboard. Oh, AC, are you still on here? Guess what? I gotta wait and see if he's still on here. AC, are you still on here? This is what I got for my birthday. My YouTube supporters helped me get it. And I can't wait to go home and play with it. It'll be home by the time I get there. Look at that. I'm going to have me a professional mic and a soundboard and all that stuff. It's a podcast, microphone, sound card kit, professional studio thing. Majigger. I'm really, really excited about, we'll play with that when I get home. That's pretty cool, huh? I'm going to play with it. Hopefully it'll be home by the time I get home. It's supposed to be there at 3, so. That's crazy. I can't believe I ordered it last night at like midnight and it's going to be here already. Hell yeah, Miss Vicky, it's nice. I can't wait. I can't wait. I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but I'm gonna learn. It's got voice changers. I might start a. I might start a. Here's a code. Start another channel. But it's got where you can like make clapping noises. It has like everything on it. They had cheaper ones, but that one does like everything. So, and it's red and black, which is like my favorite colors. I'm excited though. And then I have another birthday present coming that Katrina sent me, which is so sweet. And I raised for my birthday fundraiser on Facebook. So far, I've raised $300 and something. So it was a good birthday, I have to say. I didn't do anything, but hang out with everybody on Facebook, on YouTube. But that's okay. Ooh, that's really pretty. I know, it's so cool. I think so. It's gonna be cool. I can't wait to get it and play with it. I'll be bugging you, AC. I'll be like, AC, I don't know what to do. But yeah, I was looking for a voice changer And then I seen that, and so I was like, fuck it, let's see. People actually helped me get it, so I've been wanting one of those things for a minute. Oh my god, come on, you guys. I want to get back before it gets dark and it gets nasty here. And what's crazy is I know my granny and them are going to see me on the news tonight, and they're going to call me and be like, why the hell did you stop back? But it's so nasty. I have to come back down and slide through and visit them soon because I'm going to get yelled at tonight. I know I am. Because I didn't stop through and I know they're going to see me on the news. Ugh. I hate shit about that.
Underwater microphones off the coast of Bermuda. Beautiful, complicated, long calls. And Roger was spellbound. It was so beautiful. Roger suspected they were made by whales. And he started realizing there were repeating patterns within them. He did more work and managed to link them to humpback whales to prove that they were whales making these sounds. And he decided that the world had to hear this, which is why he produced and released Songs of the Humpback Whale. It quickly became a big hit. It was on all the TV shows, musicians, people played it in churches, people got together to have whale song listening parties. I talked about this album and what it meant for researchers with nature filmmaker Tom Mustill.
I don't know what we're listening to. I'm just listening to something.
Tom says the recording set off a quest to learn more about how these giant mammals communicate and why. And did people venture to guess what was the purpose of their song? Absolutely, there were loads of theories, and ultimately, we still don't really know. The main theory is that it's like other displays of males in the natural world. This is sexual selection. It's a way of showing off and trying to get the females to mate with you. But Tom thinks there's more to whale song than mating. They have enormously sensitive ears. They have an incredible range of sounds, and they have really big brains. And so that's the hardware that you need. If you want to have a conversation, it needs to be useful for your life. It's really useful if you need to coordinate living in a dangerous, dark environment where you need to team up with other organisms. You need to have a brain that can compute sound and conceive of the idea of others and how your communications might impact them and to take their information on board. And you need to be able to hear it, and you need to be able to make it yourself. And they have top marks in every class of this. So these are really, really encouraging signs that the sounds we're hearing from these species might be sophisticated communication. So we still don't quite know why whales sing, why these repeated patterns, what they are communicating. But we have so many new tools in terms of capturing this communication. So what did you discover in that realm? This is particularly exciting because in the sea, we're very limited because most of the time we're stood on a boat waiting for them to come up to breathe. Imagine if all you knew about lions, you learned every time they breathed, but otherwise suddenly just the screen went blank. So we've had these flashes of really basic information is unknown. I mean, some species have never even been seen. We've just heard them. But now we have machines that can perceive, they can hear frequencies of sound that we can't. And whales make use of low frequencies that are below our hearing and higher frequencies above them.
so we can hear their full range of communications. We can leave recording devices on the seabed.
Or I'm Randy. It's Hey Love, and a lot of people starting something brand new this week. Maybe it's a brand new job.
Got a certain amount, and again, we don't know what that is. If you or I were to know exactly how much time we had left,
situation. His son was just killed in a car accident. That's why he didn't come. And I heard in her voice a transition from the sobbing earlier to being sucked back in to this idea of this man who she really wanted to be in a relationship with.
In Leon Festinger's studies of cognitive dissonance, he found that challenging people's core beliefs often produced a boomerang effect. After wavering for a moment in the face of disconfirming evidence, people often return to their core beliefs with even greater ferocity. The psychologist eventually came up with a list of conditions that typically produced cognitive dissonance. The first, of course, was that a person had to deeply believe something. The second was that the person commit to their belief by taking some kind of irreversible action, like sending someone a lot of money without a guarantee of reimbursement, or sharing something deeply personal that left them vulnerable. The third condition was that the belief needed to be specific and grounded in a possible reality. Liz's experience, meeting a soulmate on a dating site, is not an uncommon experience nowadays. Since the scenario is plausible, it feels believable. Watching from the outside, Shelley, Deidre, and Liz's other friends could only look on helplessly. From where they stood, Liz had to choose between fiction and the facts. But Shelley realized that for Liz, the choice was much more painful. She was choosing not between lies and the truth, but between happiness and despair.
I think she was so happy to be feeling these incredible feelings of love. I think she didn't want to let go of that. It was too good. It was simply too real to say that it could be anything other than the truth.
And then, in a masterstroke, Sergio made it virtually impossible for Liz to doubt him. He returned most of her money. I asked Liz what she felt like in that moment.
I just felt exonerated. Why was I doubting this man? He just sent me most of the money, and more will come. And I just felt everything's going to be okay.
Liz's boomerang back to faith deepened her commitment to Sergio. She felt embarrassed that she had ever doubted this kind man. She was upset with herself for being angry with him the day after his son was killed. So when Sergio asked her for another favor, Liz jumped at the chance to redeem herself. This time, he requested she buy and send computers and cell phones to a relative of his in the United States.
When I said I just mailed them computers, he said, "Good job. Thank you. Well done." You know, he gave me a lot of positive feedback that way. Like I did what he had.
I'm sure I'll probably have some questions.
I spent evenings and weekends doing a lot of this, having a sense that it was all going to be okay, that this was all in some way going to work out.
Liz began to help Sergio without reservation. She offered both financial and emotional support. They talked about how difficult it was to be surrounded by memories of his son. And then, one day, Liz received a message that told her that all her faith in this man was going to be rewarded.
Sergio says, "I cannot live in Italy anymore. I need to come be with you. I want to move to America. Try it out."
Liz was ecstatic. She immediately began searching for apartments and found one in a neighborhood she really liked. She sent him a picture and asked him if she should sign a lease.
He said, "Well, let's wait until I get there. Don't sign any leases now."
She held off, slightly disappointed, but distracted herself by booking them a reservation at a luxury resort.
Top of the line service in the most pristine and beautiful canyon in Sedona, dinner and champagne, chocolates.
You're listening to Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vedanta. This is NPR.
Here's your LEX 18 storm tracker forecast on WUKY. It's going to be a gloomy Sunday for us. Temperatures are only going to climb to the upper 30s, low 40s, with rain chances on and off throughout the day. Mostly just going to be on the lighter side for that rain, but expect overcast skies all throughout the day and heading into our evening. I'm forecaster Dave Frelly.
It doesn't matter, there's nothing but
Americans check their phones an average of 52 times a day.
Oh, it's you again.
At WUKY, we know that drive to stay informed is strong. That's why we launched the WUKY Rewind. Every week we collect the top stories from the WUKY newsroom and send them straight to your inbox. Catch up in just a few clicks. Sign up for the Rewind at WUKY.org.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from BetterHelp, committed to supporting mental health through therapy. Clients are matched with one of 25,000 therapists and can communicate via video, chat, or phone at betterhelp.com/public. And from Noom, a personalized weight loss program designed to give people knowledge to set new goals and the tools to stick to them for good. Learn more at Noom, NOOM.com. And from the listeners who support this NPR station.
This is Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vedanta. For a second time, Liz was preparing to pick up Sergio at the airport. And he wasn't just coming for a visit. He was looking into moving permanently
What's up,
to be with her.
everybody? I'm just
To
listening
calm
to
her
something
nerves on the
live.
drive to the airport, Liz stopped by a car wash. She wanted every last detail to be perfect for his arrival. She looked at her phone every few minutes, willing time to move faster. At one point, she felt her phone buzz and looked down to see a text from an unknown sender.
There was a women's rally today.
It says, do you know Sergio, his last name? And I don't answer. And he says, you need to know Sergio is scamming you. He's a scammer and he's out to destroy you.
Liz quickly texted back.
I said, who is this?
The person typed out that he was an admiral in the U.S. Navy. Liz asked to speak with him. After a few minutes, her phone rang. On the other end of the line was a gruff man with a southern accent. He recited all the payments she had made to Sergio. And then he dropped the bombshell.
He just starts telling me in very fast speech, I am finding that my retirement account has been broken into and Sergio has sent you money from my account and I want that money back.
Liz felt her throat constrict. The man told her he was going to hold her responsible for the payments Sergio had made to her. But he also said he recognized that she was a fellow victim. And he said he was part of an intelligence team that was about to catch Sergio. He asked for her credit card number so she could be reimbursed for the other payments she had made.
At this point, I am sitting in my car, just hysterical, trying to talk to this person who is claiming to be someone who wants to help me.
Flustered and frightened, Liz complied with the request. She read off her credit card number. He asked her for the security code on the back of the credit card. She paused. She asked him if he had any ID. He said he could not share that information because it was classified.
So I said, well, then I don't believe I'm talking to someone who's real.
She refused to give him the security code. He threatened that he would press charges against her. Again, she asked him for some ID. He sent over a low-quality photo of a military ID. It looked fake.
Now I'm realizing this is not okay. My life is falling apart right in front of my eyes.
Liz stared at the ID. Her hands shook. Just then, a notification popped up on her phone. It was an email from Sergio. We had a voice actor read part of the email.
Dear Lizzie, I am not real. I'm just a guy from Ghana. I'm really sorry that everything has to end up this way. I never intended to hurt you or make you fall into debt.
At one point, I wanted to confess to you and I wanted to ask you to not send any more money, but I could not because
I need to feed my family and take care of them. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. I wish I could find a woman that will love me just like
when you love Sergio. And then he goes on and he explains to me in great detail what is going to happen. He said,
someone will contact you telling you that he knows everything about me. He'll give you everything we've shared together to prove that they know me and they are trying to track me or help you recover your money back.
But truly what they are trying to do is destroy your credit and destroy you.
So please, for your own safety, don't have contact with them.
I mean, he's actually trying to help me. This man
No, he's trying to scam you.
He's now trying to warn me that this is happening. He could have just written nothing, or he could have said, I'm a scammer. Ha. Bye. And instead, he wrote this long letter that had the tones of a love letter to me and the tones of someone who really cared about me.
Liz sat in her car for a few hours. She tried to collect herself. Then, instead of heading to the romantic retreat in Sedona, she drove home. As the desert passed by, she slowly let the truth about the last few months of her life sink in. It was devastating.
I mean, I'm still at a loss as to what to say. I actually didn't eat for 5 days. I made myself drink water. I could not stomach food. I was just in shock. I went to work, but I was useless. I cried. Nothing made a difference. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know what to do. What was the next step? How do I gain myself back?
She started by calling her friends and confessing what had happened.
She was so distraught and just barely able to get her words out, just sucking in air and hardly being able to breathe. I was so worried about her. I just felt like, okay, it's over. She has realized what is happening to her. I just remember feeling like all the air had just gone out of me, and I was just in an incredible state of relief and a sense of, okay, now we can start working on her getting out of this and recovering from it.
Liz knew she had to untangle why she had refused to listen to her friends' concerns. She was filled with searing shame.
Part of why I wanted to tell my story is that I want to continue working on forgiveness because I'm not there yet. I have worse feelings towards myself than towards him. I feel I allowed someone who very possibly did need money to be clever enough and insightful and evil to do what he did. But I have more resentment towards myself because I allowed it to get out of hand.
The pain Liz experienced as she confronted the truth helps explain why many people who believe deeply in comforting fictions never find their way back to reality. Dorothy Martin, Charles Lawhead, and many of the other seekers never surrendered their belief in the Guardians. Each time the flying saucers failed to show up, they quelled their dissonance by coming up with new ways to defend their delusions. Long after the chaotic Christmas caroling scene, Dorothy Martin continued to receive what she said were messages from the Guardians. She would send these messages to her followers by mail. Charles Lawhead sold his home in Michigan and decided to travel the country, lecturing about his beliefs. One of the researchers who had infiltrated the group reported that he seemed highly confident that everything was still going according to plan.
What's up, everybody?
In May 1955, Charles Lawhead returned to Michigan. He had received word from a fellow believer that it was time. At long last, all his sacrifices were going to be repaid. He was going to be picked up by flying saucers. He was instructed to wait on the garage ramp of the largest hotel in the town where he had lived. All night long, Charles Lawhead, his wife, his daughter, and another follower waited on the ramp, gazing up at the heavens. As Leon Festinger and his colleagues wrote in their book about the Seekers, their faith was boundless, and their resistance to disconfirmation sublime. Hidden Brain is produced by Hidden Brain Media. Our audio production team includes Bridget McCarthy, Annie Murphy-Paul, Laura Quirrell, Kristen Wong, Ryan Katz, Autumn Barnes, and Andrew Chadwick. Tara Boyle is our executive producer. I'm Hidden Brain's executive editor. Special thanks this week to our voice actors, Thane Burton, Carol Schaffner, and Akwe Thompson, and our carolers, the Otto family. We're always on the lookout for great personal stories for future Hidden Brain episodes. If you have a story about a powerful experience in your life, especially a story that has left you with more questions than answers, please record a short voice memo on your phone. Email it to us at ideas@hiddenbrain.org using the subject line, personal story. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to share it with 2 or 3 friends. This is a great episode to listen as a group, maybe on a long walk. I'm Shankar Vedantam. See you soon.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from the George Lucas Educational Foundation, creator of Edutopia, for 30 years committed to advancing educational innovations and research that improves pre-K-12 learning. More at edutopia.org. And from Progressive Insurance, where drivers can compare direct rates using Progressive's rate comparison tool. Customers can see options and rates side by side. More at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Hidden Brain on WUKY is made possible by a grant from the Matthews Family Foundation. Our investment in public radio is an investment in you. Please join us in supporting WUKY. This is University of Kentucky Public Radio, 91.3 WUKY Lexington, WUKY HD1, streaming at WUKY.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Harry Shearer, host of the show Sunday evening at 6 here on WUKY. The show is a seriously funny look at what's happening in our world. The topics include politics, entertainment, philosophy. Who wrote this? Books, music, and oh yes, there's a cast of thousands. You never know who will drop by. The amazing thing is, some of them don't even know they were ever here. You're always invited to join me Sundays at 6 p.m. here on the station that knows the difference between humor and news, 91.3 WUKY.
to an encore edition of Mountain Stage.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
It's called tails. It is heads. Buffalo has won the toss and defer their choice for the second half. Cincinnati will get the ball first. This end of the field. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, Dan, Fifth Third Bank and the Cincinnati Bengals been together for over a decade on the field and in the community. We're working hard to make Cincinnati and Fifth Third better. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals. And no surprise, the Buffalo Bills won the coin toss and they defer. The Bengals want football. That's the way they want it anyway, Dan. An opening kickoff is presented by Alta Fiber as always.
This will be the 15th time in the last 16 games the Bengals have started the game with the ball. Ever since week 3, when they began choosing to tip the ball if they won the coin toss. And obviously nearly every team in the NFL wants to defer in hopes of having a possession at the end of the first half and get the ball to begin the second half. Former Buffalo wide receiver Eric Moulds, the equivalent of the ruler of the jungle here in Buffalo today. You all remember the great Bills coach Marv Levy took Buffalo to 4 straight Super Bowls in the early 90s. Marv is still with us. He's 97 years old. He's a vegetarian. Maybe that's why. But in any case, Marv used to always fire up the players by saying, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? And now in Buffalo, they have a former player say that over the loudspeaker before every game.
Yeah, and I mean, who's got it better than us? You know, I mean, everybody that's playing in the game, watching the game, broadcasting the game. This is what it's all about. And like I said earlier, Bengals are 9-0 when they score first. They get the ball first, have an opportunity to score first, get on the board.
The playing surface covered with a light dusting of snow. You can see footprints at this point, and the snow is still falling. Tyler Bass swings the right leg, and this playoff game is underway. Travion Williams catches it 1 yard deep in the end zone. He'll run it out, middle of the field to the 15. It's spun around and dropped right around the 20-yard line. And that's where the Bengals' first possession will begin. Cam Lewis, who is tied for the team lead in special teams tackles coming into the game, made the stop for Buffalo.
Asiasi did not get enough of a block. And as a result of that, the return could have gone for a much better distance than it did.
Jackson Common makes his first ever NFL start at left tackle. He has started in the past at guard. He's back in his college position, left tackle. Joe Burrow in the shotgun. Joe Mixon off his left hip. From the 21-yard line, Burrow will throw. Quick pass, caught at the 27, and Tyler Boyd will be tackled there after a 6-yard gain by speedy linebacker Tremaine Edmonds.
Nothing wrong with that. Find a little seam in the zone and rip it. Get the football right there. And that's what the Buffalo Bills are going to do, Dan. They're going to play a lot of zone. They play zone like 71% of the time.
And I beg your pardon, that was Jamar Chase with the catch, not Tyler Boyd. Second down and 4. The Bengals at 27 on the first drive of the game. Very, very loud, as you would expect, here at Highmark Stadium. Burrow catches a shotgun snap, sticks the ball in the belly of Joe Mixon, and he will run for the first down. He gains 5, running around the hash marks to the right, out to the 32. Another tackle for Edmonds.
Nice job by the offensive line sustaining blocks. You know, it's going to be an interesting day in terms of footing. I'm not saying the players they're not slip sliding away.
First down, Wilcox in. Chase out to the right. To the left. Chase goes in motion.
I'm just listening to football games.
Out of bounds at the 46 of Buffalo by Johnson.
You're right, Dan. Max Sharping.
Not doing too much.
By Ed Oliver. And Joe Burrow just stepped up in the pocket. He climbed the pocket and didn't even really set his feet on the move. As he's advancing toward the line of scrimmage, throws a strike.
23 yards on that throw to Tyler Boyd. First and 10 at the 45 of Buffalo. Burrow moves under center. It's a toss sweep. Mixon running to the right. That's a good block. He's 40, and he's close to a first down. He's tackled just shy of the Buffalo 35 by safety Jordan Boyd.
Well, I'll tell you, that time, Joe Mixon hit it hard. He those shoulder pads square and up the football field he went. He ran for sure. I mean, Jordan Ford is going to get credit for tackle, but he got steamrolled on that particular play. Bengals moved the ball just like they did against the Buffalo Bills on Monday night.
Mixing 10 yards in the first down. Now the Bengals go in for the first time. Three receivers left, two out to the right. In the gun, waiting back at the 40 for the snap.
Yeah, it's a good day. I got up this morning and drove down here to Lexington. Got to an event, spoke for a second, and then left. But, I like showing up. Today's the 50th anniversary of Roe versus Wade. Louisville wasn't doing anything, so I came down to Lexington because Lexington put a little thing on real quick. So, now I'm driving home. Home in like 45 minutes. Other than that, not a whole lot. Just a lot. That makes me spaghetti. I'll go to the store when I get home. I want some spaghetti today. Garlic bread, maybe a salad. Stop it. And then I'm gonna go home and play with my birthday presents. Apparently, I got a couple birthday presents today in the mail. So I'm gonna go home and see what it is. Just got home from work. Yeah, I'm gonna go home, make dinner, cuddle up, watch some with the hubby. Come on, well, actually, I'll probably go home, cook dinner, play with my little music thing, like podcast box I got. Look at this. And then cuddle and watch something on TV because I ain't got nothing else going on. Lazy day before the week starts. Well, I forgot. I did get a birthday present that I can play with. I forgot about that one. Dude, that still is the funniest shit ever. Like, only I would get a vibrator for my birthday on homeless outreach. And the thing is like, I purposely like wear baggy clothes. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't want to put off any wrong vibes. At least that's what I think. That's my brother that I do outreach with. I was like, Jeff, do I be putting vibes off? He's like, no, you don't. I was like, okay, I'm just wondering. No, you're good. Dude, that still is the funniest shit ever. I could not believe. It's like when he gave it to me, and then he was like, he kept saying it was a Bluetooth, like headphone set. And then I got in the car and I opened that shit and I was like, yeah, it's Bluetooth, but it ain't a headset. Yeah, no, not that birthday present. I got Katrina got me something, and then the supporters on YouTube helped me buy this like podcast thing that I wanted. This comes with a mic and all kinds of shit. So, yeah, I guess I hit the birthday jackpot. I guess this year, I got me an expensive toy, and then I got some other expensive toys. So. Keep an eye on like you're driving too fucking slow. How was work today? Hopefully you had a good day. I swear to God. I swear to God. I went back and watched the live on it. You know, my last outreach live. It's on there. I went back and looked at it this night, and I was laughing my ass off. It was like, it's classic. It was great. Because I'm sitting there and I'm opening it, and I was like, wait a minute. I think this is a vibrator. Definitely a good story to tell. Like, I know this is how we're outreach worker. What's funny is if I see him this week, I'm gonna be like, so how'd you like your gift? I'm like, let's talk about the gift you gave me, buddy. I mean, you're not getting it back. I'm just saying, it's like $300. But kind of funny. Lordy, Lordy. That's good. That's good. Well, you know, sometimes it takes a situation to show that, you know, they want to test that power and control. See how far I can test it or, you know, whatever. So I'm glad it's working around or turning itself around, you know. It's one thing. Glad right now. I mean, eventually my businesses will have employees, but I'm glad that I don't have employees right now. I mean, on one hand, I need employees. On the other hand, it's like, man, do I want to deal with the bullshit? Please. I'll try to make sure, yeah. Well, usually I'll be serving, hopefully I'll be able to serve some soup this week. But either way, I give stuff out, so yeah, I'm sure you guys will hear it. And it's funny because you hear him, you know, he's like, Summer, you take such good care of us. I just wanted to make sure I got you something nice for your birthday. And he's a booster, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, you know, I mean, I know he's stolen. Somebody was like, you know, that's probably stolen. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it is. They gotta come arrest me for a stolen vibrator. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like, so, can we talk about our birthday gift here? Like, can I have those earphones you said that I could have? Oh my goodness. I always say there's never a dull moment on outreach. It could be something completely insane, or it could be something completely, I don't know, hilarious. He probably, I'm telling you, April, I genuinely think that he didn't mean to give me that because he kept giving me earphones. Like, he gave me a pair of jelly earphones at first, and then he gave me another box, which was actual earphones because I seen it. I looked at it. And then when he said, no, I want to give you the other earphones. And I said, okay. So I just gave him the box back, and you hear all of it on my video. So I gave him the box back or whatever. And so I genuinely don't think he meant to give me that. Like, I think it was just because it was dark and he just kind of, you know, was reaching in his little bag of goodies and thought that he gave me a pair of wireless headphones. Like, I really believe that with everything in me. So he's probably going to be just as embarrassed and laugh his ass off like I did. Because I'm not going to embarrass him. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But I'll make fun, you know, joke around. What's up, Karen? How are you doing, sweetie? Driving back to the Lexington, I had to come up here this morning. The weather was really bad, so we didn't have a lot of people show up, but we had like, I don't know, there was about 20 people there. So that was good. But it was quick. I mean, it's cold, it's raining. Sometimes you have to, like I said yesterday, like when I did my little thing that I did, and it was only me and my survivor sister Michelle. I still had a good time. Shit. I'm big on principle on things, and so today, because of the anniversary, it was worth me driving an hour and a half away and standing with my fellow comrades that put the work in. So now. Hopefully you're having a good day, Garrett. I actually got the football game playing.
The Buffalo Bills front center for Joe Mixon. 3 carries, 20 yards so far. Line up the to the right. Chase goes in motion behind Burrow out to the right. It's a handoff to Mixon. Dancing up the middle of the field. There he goes. He's almost out to the 50. He gets tackled at the 49 by Pro Bowl safety Jordan Poyer. 16 yards.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like I said, he genuinely, was like, Summer, you do so much good stuff for us, and I've served this guy for 7 years, going on 8 years. You know what I mean? So like, I know him very well. And I just, and like I said, he's a booster. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, this shit was funny. I would never embarrass him. It's the best fucking story ever. Add it to our outreach chronicles. Good. I'm glad you're having a good day. I will be here in just a minute. I probably got about another 30 minutes. I'm gonna stop at the store, buy some garlic bread. Yummy, yummy. Some spaghetti. I make spaghetti. I make my spaghetti with hamburger, but I also put a lot of I put like 3 packs of Italian sausage and 1 pack of hamburger. Well, I love Italian sausage. Yeah, most definitely, April. Most definitely. Well, see, and okay, the problem that I have. So, because of the type of work that I do, I'm very, 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 very particular on who I let help me. You know what I mean? And it's not that I don't think other people can do it. It's just, I need people to do it the way we do it, right? Because if you don't do things the way we do it, it can cause a relationship with the victim. It can cause it's life or death type situation. You know what I mean? So, and I remember when I first started, and I started getting teams and shit like that, and everybody's like, Summer, you need to delegate. You put too much stuff on your own shoulders. And so I started delegating, right? And I started telling people, I'm like, all right, this is how I want this done. This is whatever, right? And then people get in their feelings because you tell them, like, hey, this is the way I want it done. Well, what's wrong with the way I want it done? Well, the way you're doing it is not the way I want it done. You know what I mean? So I don't know, dude. I get a little frustrated. But I will say I have learned how to delegate a lot better past for a couple of years. So, but my first couple of years learning how to do that shit and having employees and shit like that, having people under you, it was fun. It was fun. I'm saying that with a girl. Yeah, because again, and I try to explain, and then too, another problem that I have is everybody wants to do the boots on the ground shit, right? Like they want to go, I want to go out on the streets with you, but I don't always need people out on the streets with me, right? I got to get people to understand, like for me, it's one, it's a trust issue, it's a dedication type of thing. I want to see people put the time and that energy and other things that we need done, and then work themselves way up to the streets because the streets is not something, as far as me and my team goes, I don't want somebody that's just going to come, once every couple months. You know what I mean? Like, it's about consistency, it's about relationships, it's about a lot of different things. And so, by the time I take somebody out on the street with me, one, I have to know they have to be able to handle it. Two, I got to know they're going to be consistent because I don't want to build relationships with people and then, somebody's like, I don't feel like coming today. It doesn't work like that. Like, I mean, look at today. I showed up. It's raining. It's nasty. I was only there for 20 minutes, but I still showed up because it was important to show up. 100 have the same problem. They think I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm like, dude, get out. And then because of the way I talk, and look, I know I talk a lot different than a lot of other people. I'll tell you, get out your feelings real quick. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, well, I want to do this, or I want to do that, or you're being bossy. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, I'm not being bossy. I just, there's certain ways I like things done. And I don't, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, I get that people want to do the cool shit, look for missing kids, but I might just need you to make flyers, or I might need you to organize a fucking donation closet, or I might need you to pick up donations. Like, nobody thinks that shit's fun. That, or I find, which this is a big problem I've had, I'll find people that want to get into the business, into the, whatever, anti-human trafficking shit. And they're not in it for the right reasons. They're in it to be seen. They're in it for notoriety. They're in it because, I mean, let's face it, the anti-human trafficking movement, if you can make a name for yourself, you're doing some shit because it's really fucking hard. You know what I mean? So, it is a dog-eat-dog fucking movement. So, I don't know. That's why I just took some time off and I was like, the stuff that I do, and I have a team that they know me, they know and that was another thing, right? Like, I'm in the middle of healing. Like, I'm not going to always be nice and sweet. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, when I'm going through, like, we got, like, cases or, like, victims or whatever we're helping, and I'm under a lot of stress, I'm very, very a matter of fact. I don't have time to give a fuck about anybody's feelings because that's not what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, so it's ordering people saying you're ordering. Yeah, I've had that too. And when you have a strong personality anyway, like, I'm an alpha chick. And so it's very easy for people to say, well, you're mad or you're yelling or you're screaming or, your tone. Like, nah, man, I ain't got time for that. If you're going to be in my inner circle when I'm doing shit working wise, you got to know how to take me. And I don't have time for people's fucking feelings or trying to, I'm not your mama. I'm not here to give you a hug and pat you on your back and say you did a good job. Let's get the work done. You know what I mean? And I'm not being a bitch either. What's up, Katrina? I'm on my way home too. I can't wait. I got birthday presents to open. That's like Katrina. I love Katrina because it doesn't matter what day, how I feel, if I'm having a good day or a bad day, she doesn't take the shit personal. One, because she knows I'm dealing with my own fucking trauma. Then on top of it, I'm dealing some days good, some days are bad. So I appreciate like the team of people I have now because they don't get like that. I don't have to coddle them. We can do the work and get it done. And we celebrate when that child's been found missing, or that victim got into a safe place, or whatever. Then we can celebrate. Then people can be like, hey, what, Summer, you're kind of rude during that extraction, or whatever. But when shit's going on, I ain't got time for that. my goodness. Come on, lady. Thank you. Get the fuck out of the middle lane. This is not rated. Mia. Hey, I've been looking. So, like last night when I kind of took off, I really didn't hang in any of my normal YouTube areas. I just kind of chilled. Anyway, was looking more into the Idaho 4 case. I don't know, y'all. I ain't trying to, whatever, but there's some shit I don't know. There's a couple things I ain't really like. And I'm not shaming the victims, okay, by any, not the victims, but the surviving victims. But there's some weird shit. It's going to be interesting to see how, like, I knew it was a couple hours before they called the police, but I don't know. I ain't realized, like, they called a lot of their friends over there, and I don't know, it's just weird shit going on. There's a couple things that keep coming out, and I'm probably going to do an update show. Maybe I'll do one tonight. But yeah, there's some weird shit about that case. The more I just sit in it, you're just like, there's so many things that, I don't know, man. There was a phone call that came out. Apparently, there was this chick. She talks to another YouTuber. She's, her kid goes to school and stuff, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to play that phone call later. Because apparently, she's a very reliable source. I don't know. She's something I'm thinking about while I'm driving. Tom Sawyer. State Farm. Dude, I cannot wait. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, April. It's like people don't want to be accountable, right? And then, like with me, when like every single thing that I do, I have a plan. Like I literally, whether it's like say the house or it's outreach or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I have a format for it. Like we have to-do lists and all that. Like that way, can't nobody be like, oh, well, Summer, you didn't say do this, or oh, so whatever. Because I got 10 kids and I know how that shit works. And so, yeah, I get the same shit. Well, why are you overseeing the work that I do? Because I oversee everything. I used to have a chick that sit there and would make flyers for me, right? I'd be like, hey, this is what I need. I need this event. This is where it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. And she would get upset because I would be like, I want you to send me the flyer. You know what I mean? Like, send me the flyer so I can approve it before you post it. And then she'd get upset. She'd be like, oh, well, you don't trust the way I look at things? Nah, man, my fucking name's on everything. And I want to approve it. So, I mean, I get it. People are weird. Almost home. All right, y'all. I'm gonna log off. Almost to my destination. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. And it's not even that; it's about being organized. Exactly. And you try to explain that to people. It's like talking to a bunch of kids. I get it. Because at first I didn't have checklists and shit, right? And then I made checklists because I got tired of fucking asking people shit. And then I'm like, I need everybody's initials. You know what I mean? So I get it. It's just people are difficult. But, all right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off here. Thank you guys for riding with me. It's been a great adventure. I drove a lot today, but I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat and all that good shit. So everybody have a great day. I'll see some of you in these YouTube streets, and the other ones I might come on later once I get home and play with my little, get all my stuff going. I got a podcast thing I want to look at today. So anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. And no matter what, keep your hands off my fucking uterus. Love you too, April. Have a good night, babe.